retired Special Forces soldier was framed by strangers and sent to prison. He was even deliberately placed in the death row cell block. They even arranged for a group of inmates to welcome him with a special kind of massage. But to everyone's surprise, Jason ended up giving them a massage instead. When the guard arrived and saw Jason, he was instantly stunned, not because he was scared of Jason's strength, but because a mere suspect had somehow been placed in the high-security block. He quickly had Jason and the other suspect transferred to the correct area. Before leaving, he even asked them not to tell anyone about it. Even though Jason handled the situation with ease, it still made him realize something was off about this town. He decided he would leave the town the moment he got out. After all, he was only passing through as a tourist, and somehow ended up arrested and taken to the station. 3 days later, the police sent someone to release them. Turns out in the footage pulled from surveillance, Jason had a solid alibi. Jason was about to grab a ride out of town immediately, but before the female officer could finish her sentence,
I was gonna apologize with an early dinner, but if you're not sticking around.
Okay.
he suddenly changed his mind. To get ready for his date that night, Jason went to the local barber shop, planning to get a sharp new haircut for the occasion. While the barber was shaving Jason's beard, he was distracted by the roar of engines outside. A black pickup truck rolled to a stop outside. Jason immediately knew they were here for him, so he calmly paid and walked out of the barbershop. He was ready for a fight, but instead they simply warned Jason not to get involved in the case. Honestly, even if they hadn't warned him, Jason had planned to leave right after his date with the officer and get out of this frustrating little town. But when Jason arrived at the station entrance, the officer sadly told him the dinner was canceled, because just now the police had discovered another body, less than 100 meters from the first, another male corpse unearthed. For a town of under 1,000 people, this was a huge case. With his only excitement for the day gone, Jason immediately turned to leave, but the shameless detective called out to him again.
We know you weren't here when these bodies dropped doesn't mean you might not have something to do with them. So I'm wondering if maybe it was some other 6'5" gorilla on that grainy gray on tape. Maybe I need to bring in a forensic expert to confirm it was you. And maybe you need to cool your heels back in Warburton while we get that done over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Even though Jason could take down 10 grown men alone, he still didn't want to go against the official police. So reluctantly, he followed the detective into his office. He was in a foul mood and planned to just play along. But when he saw the photo of that hand on the screen, his heart instantly sank. Before the coroner could finish reading the report, Jason blurted out details even the pathologist didn't know.
The victim grabbed in the struggle, causing his fingertips to swell in a histaminic reaction. His dental work's off because he had his teeth fixed wherever he was living at the time. Broke his right arm when he was 8, had it set in Berlin. Had his tonsils taken out at 10 in Seoul.
To confirm his theory, they brought out the male corpse.